It was a bad start. Hanks has caught the man in the box, and it's a difficult one. I mean, he's taken the penalty well, but the restart was great. We just went straight at them. Woolsey charged at them, put me in, and I was delighted to get that one so soon after, because I think it took the pressure off a couple of our players, and it was good. I had two very similar opportunities after the first. I had enough time to bring it onto my left in the second one, which was great, and the goalkeeper gave me some room. And the third one, I was a bit closer to him, and I think he kind of read what I was going to do after the first two, and pulled out a great save. But no, it was good, especially after Beds deservedly got his goal and put us through one up. So that was good. And I mean, I hate talking about promotion. I mean, it's January. It's early January. I mean, I don't think it's right to talk about promotion. I think it's right to talk about the progress. We're making the right progress on the pitch as a team, the way we're playing. I think that's more important than if we're picking up wins and we weren't playing well. But if we're playing well, then come the end of the season, then hopefully we'll be there.
As you can see, 3 vital points for United and some pretty good signs that they can sustain a push for automatic promotion alongside the clear favourites Hartlepool and Rushden.
More Torquay's game at Wrexham. Torquay's unbeaten run came to an end in Wales, but at one stage it had looked so promising. Graham Sellers was our man at the racecourse ground.
A lot of juggling about at the back post here. Hill gets it half clear, then Fowler hooks it over the top. The header comes back in from Jim Whitley, and there's a real chance here. Hits the bar from Dennis Lawrence. Well, Lawrence really did let fly then, didn't he? Goodness me. That was travelling at a fair rate of knots. Struck the bar, and Dearden lacks height. He was beaten. 18th minute then at the racecourse ground. 0-0. Between Wrexham and Torquay, and Lawrence has miskicked, and this is Tony Badeau. Great chance, and he's scored. Torquay United take the lead at the racecourse ground. What a blunder from Dennis Lawrence. Totally miskicked it, and that presented a gift-wrapped opportunity for Badeau, who manages to put home his 5th goal of the season. It's Wrexham 0, Torquay 1. Cannaville. Oh, tries a little splendid curler, but not enough pace on the ball to beat the keeper. And that's a good throw out to Carlos Edwards, who takes on a couple of the Torquay players. This is Hector Sam. Chance for Andy Morrell. Great goal! What a finish that was! Stroked it home at the first time of asking. I think a lot about him here at the racecourse ground, and you can see why with that finish. Low, targeted, accurate. It's 1-1. So free kick then. Fowler. There's Kufor, and great save by Andy Dibble. Well, Joe Kufor, who came on as substitute for the second half, thought he'd scored then. Great header, plenty of pace on it, but Andy Dibble, who's 38 this year, well, shows no sign of aging. Lawrence. Ironic cheers from the Wrexham faithful. Something to do with the goal he gave away in the first half. Kufor. Badeau. Gritney's there. Oh! Well, I'm not quite sure what happened there. Grit looked a bit like a clumsy pantomime horse for a second or two, and I thought he'd scored. Even he was surprised. Well, I think that's got to go down as a glaring miss. It's still 1-1. Fowler. Now a chance for Wrexham, with Andy Morrell's header through to Lee Trundle. Great chance, and what a save. Well, Dearden came out then and made himself a rather big target narrowed down the angle. Good stop. Hankin. Gritton nips around Brian Carey, the old stalwart. Not a bad ball in the direction of Jason Fowler, who picks up possession for the goals and then lands in a heap. Wrexham on the attack though now. Steve Thomas. This is Carlos Edwards. Oh, blistering drive! 2-1! What a goal! Wow! He certainly thumped that one, didn't he, Carlos Edwards? I don't know whether that was an intentional step over from Steve Thomas, but it was in the path of Carlos Edwards and he hammered it past Dearden, the former Wrexham keeper. It's 2-1.
Everything seems to have gone against us today. It's been one of those days. We've come in, we've played really well, I thought, and controlled the game and created lots of chances. And, you know, quieting the crowd, which is difficult to do here, made it difficult for them. But it just seems that everything compounded to go against us today, and we come away with nothing.
Torquay still in fourth despite yesterday's defeat. Fortunately, the chasing pack didn't take full advantage, but Hartlepool and Rushden and Diamonds did. They both won, and they look as if they've secured 2 of the 3 automatic promotion places.
A case of what might have been for Darlington. Had they beaten Farnborough, they would have been heading for Highbury. Instead, their 8-game unbeaten league run was snapped in rather less glamorous surroundings. And that, despite Barry Codlin's opener. Torquay took only 4 minutes to get on terms. Alex Russell's free kick, touched in by Martin Gritton, his 11th strike of the season. But the game's turning point came on the half hour. Gritton too quick and too clever for Stuart Whitehead, who cynically brought him down. Referee Paul Danson isn't an official to be trifled with. Whitehead became his 13th red card victim this season, and Russell buried the spot kick. Down to 10, Darlington buckled again before half-time. A neat passing move capped by fullback David Woosley's header. Only the second goal of his 5-year career, and 3 easy points for the Gulls. After successive defeats, Harriers chalked up their first win of the year.
Well, after a massive snow-clearing operation, Division 3 high flyers Hartlepool and Torquay produced a 5-goal thriller. The leaders prevailed, but had plenty of scares along the way. Simon O'Rourke saw what happened.
There's a Manqua. It's nicely done inside. Fowler's ball over the top, it's useful as well. And here's a big chance for Graham to mark his return from injury with a goal. What a start for Torquay. 7 minutes on the watch, and they have taken a shock lead away at the home of the league leaders, Hartlepool United. And a very neatly and well-taken goal it was as well. David Graham marking his comeback with goal number 14 for the season. Hartlepool 0, Torquay 1. Driven deep, Woosley up, gets a head on it, and it's headed down and off the line. And Cannaville very nearly in for number 2. They're still going forward, but the flag's now up. Well, Cannaville came forward, and it was his header that was pinged away off the line, and that could so easily have doubled Torquay's advantage. Ball over the top, flick on from Boyd. Richardson looking to get there. Might fall now to Clark! 1-1! Hartlepool get the break they've been looking for. Slightly fortunate, the odd ricochet, the odd bump on the way, and Darrell Clark may have suffered for his art, but he's got the leaders back on level terms. Hartlepool 1, Torquay 1. It's good control. He's got Clark coming inside him. Now Richardson, good tackle from Cannaville. Important tackle. Ball over the top, no flag. Gritton is onside. Martin Gritton goes round the keeper. 2-1 to Torquay United. No offside flag. Gritton sprung the trap, and that is the perfect response from the visitors. Hartlepool on level terms for a matter of seconds. Martin Gritton Controlled finish, confidently put away. The visitors back in front. Widrington, opportunity for Barron. Might think about the shot, instead plays it wide. Sweeney, low ball in, to the near post, and it's come again! And it's Darrell Clarke again, and would you credit it? Once again, the ball bouncing about in the 6-yard box, and once again, Darrell Clarke is the man to profit for Hartlepool. The leaders are back on level terms. Well, Darrell Clarke is the boy today, the man on the spot, his 3rd and 4th goals of the season, and it gives us a scoreline of Hartlepool 2, Torquay 2. Humphreys drives a long ball wide, looking for the run of Clarke. It's an excellent pass. Now Clarke, he's got options. Puts one in towards Richardson, who heads and scores the goal against his former club. And Hartlepool have turned it right round. Marcus Richardson's goal against the team that used to pay his wages. And the league leaders, for the first time this afternoon, get their noses in front. Hartlepool 3, Torquay United 2.
You can see why Hartlepool are top, because they just don't stop. And we scored 50 and conceded 48, so we're always entertaining. And as a neutral, I'm sure they enjoyed it. As a manager, you don't enjoy that quite as much, but you could tell everybody was off their seats. And but as I said a couple of weeks ago, I'm fed up people telling us what a good side we were and getting beat away from home. Away from home, you just got to be a little bit more resilient, a little bit more, maybe a little bit more cautious. But it takes time to get that into young players. But on the other hand, I'm very proud of them, because they did Torquay proud today.
A desperately disappointing result, but the battle for that 3rd automatic promotion place still wide open. The playoffs, a nice safety net for Torquay. Well, coming up in part... Welcome back. Still to come, the end of Exeter's long unbeaten run. Late heartbreak at the Victoria Ground. Plenty of talking points at Playmore 2, where Torquay will be rueing a host of missed chances. Bury ended with 9 men, but still went away with a point. Commentator Martin Dean.
Well, there's the first of 2 games in the space of 4 days, which could do much to shape Torquay United's season. While the fans will be desperate for them to beat Exeter City in Tuesday night's local derby. Today's match is arguably the more important of the 2. Side for Dunfield. Need to spread it wide towards John Newby on the far side. Newby looking for space perhaps to get a shot in here. And they did, but no real pace on it. Last appearances from Kevin Dearden. Allow it to go out for the throw. Taken quickly towards Unsworth. Newby coming round the outside. This is Cram. Opportunity was there then for Colin Cram. Russell then with the corner. Aimed in towards David Woosley. Now, was that over the line? Oh, David Graham trying to get it in. What has the referee given here? I think he has given a penalty, and it's a red card too. Red card for Terry Dunfield. Handling the ball on the goal line. Well, the big question really, first of all, was David Woosley's header over the line? Alex Russell then. 6 goals already to his credit so far this season. And that's an easy number 7. Well, Torquay rather against the run of play, taking the lead. Alex Russell, absolutely no mistake from the penalty, tucked it right into the corner. Nelson looking to curl it in towards Newby. He's all getting the better of him. Battle going on the edge of the area. Shaughnessy is right in there. Eventually thumped away by Reuben Hazel. Now, will that fall for Martin Gritton? Swales snapping at his heels. Gritton looking to get round the outside of him. He's played it in for David Graham. That really was a very, very good chance carved out by the tenacity of Martin Gritton. Forward for Gritton. Picking out Alex Russell. Graham off on a little run. Swales has slipped. Now, did he handle that? Well, this will be interesting. Now, if the referee deems that was deliberate handball, Danny Swales could also get a red card. Maybe that the slip will save him the red card. It's just a yellow. 2 minutes plus stoppage time to go at the end of this first half. Long throw from Nelson in towards Swales. Got the little flick on. Away by Woosley. Billy trying the shot. Right through the crowd of players and in off the post. Chris Billy. Oh, a goal from nowhere, really. It's Billy picking it up about 25 yards out. He let thrive through a crowd of players. And I think Kevin Dearden, unsighted, wrong-footed, whatever, could only stand and watch as the ball went in off the post. Well, Bury got a pretty good record here at Plainmoor, beaten only once in 9 previous visits. They'll certainly have to defy the odds if they're to maintain that record this afternoon. 1-1 at the moment. Torquay having so much of the play in the first half, they'll be kicking themselves, really. Gritton not quite sure where the header had gone. Chris Billy, the man who got the equaliser. There's Cram looking for space to turn. And that's Russell getting it away. And David Graham. Too big a turning circle, really. Swales chipping it forward for Newby. Now Stewart, chance to get the cross in. It's a deep one, an awkward one for Kevin Dearden, who took it well. To get it away quickly as well. Inside for Beddoe. Now Russell could continue his run. Came off Swale. What's happened here? It's a case of mistaken identity, I think. And Swales, who handled it. And he's going to get the yellow card. That's the second yellow. And he's off. Played wide for Alex Russell. Space for him to get a quality cross in this time. Oh, it's gone off the post, and Garner very, very lucky to get away with that. Well, he got a hand to it, Glyn Garner. Didn't prevent it really from threatening his goal. 7 minutes of normal time remaining at the moment. Hazel with the shot. Oh! Garner saw it late. Just managed to get down. Now, can he set something up here, perhaps? Wide for Beddoe. Now Cannaville. Looking to get round the outside. Inside for Beddoe. Bit of space in the box for Beddoe. He's pulled it back for Graham. Now Fowler. Now Kufor, lining up almost. Fowler getting it forward for Wills. Trying to find Kufor. Shot charge down. Fowler! So many options open. In the end, Jason Fowler adopting to go for the shot. Just getting underneath it.
I think after their goalkeeper's performance, he seemed to just save everything. We threw at them all game, and it was just one of them days. At the end of the day, it's exactly the same as playing against 10, as in they just get everyone behind the ball and defend the 18-yard box, and you've got to be clever. And you know, and to be fair, they've got 3 giant centre halves, so basically they kick the ball to us and then we come back at them, and they're just hanging on for dear life. It just won't go in. I mean, he must have made about 7 one-handed saves.
A look at the league table shows just how valuable a win would have been yesterday. 2 drop points, the difference between 4th and 8th. Exeter City's long
has been watching the game.
Yes, Torquay United getting the better of their Devon rivals with a 1-0 victory over Exeter City in what proved to be a pulsating local derby here at Plainmoor. Torquay took the lead on 28 minutes with a controversial goal. The Exeter players seemed to stop after the linesman flagged for handball by City's Don Goodman. Martin Gritton didn't. He sprang the offside trap and coolly picked his spot for his 13th goal of the season. Exeter could have equalised just before half-time and would have done but for a superb double save from Kevin Dearden, who denied first Sean Devine and then James Coppinger. Exeter continued to push hard after the break, but it was Torquay who created the better chances, and Kevin Miller twice had it to be at his best to deny Joe Kufor. Exeter almost snatched a point in the dying minutes, Dearden saving well from Devine, and then David Woosley making a tremendous block as Rainier Moore looked to knock in the rebound. So Torquay United completing the double over their Devon neighbours for the first time in 40 years. They're very much back in the promotion frame. Exeter deep in relegation trouble. It finished Torquay United 1, Exeter City 0. Martin Dean at Plainmoor for West Country News.
Martin Gritton scored the winning goal in the first half. Torquay have climbed back into the Division 3 playoff zone, while Exeter are still just 1 point off the bottom of the table and
pass them in the table. In Division 3, Torquay haven't won away from home since November, and this match wasn't any different. John Milligan put Kidderminster in front, and then Bo Henriksen unleashed this shot to seal the game. Torquay are fifth, a point off the promotion places, but the teams above them have played fewer games.
No matches for the Exeter Chiefs.
Severely dented Torquay United's promotion ambitions. Martin Dean, the commentator.
It could hardly be tighter at the top of Division 3. Oxford down in 11th place going into this game, but they're just 4 points off the automatic promotion places. And like Torquay, who are 5 places and 3 points above them, the end-of-season playoffs will be the very least of their aspirations. Russell finding Graham into the path of Clist. Looking for Martin Gritton. Crosby doing the tidying up. Niven with the long ball forward. Basham keeping it in play well. Now Ford. The early ball straight to the middle. The flag has stayed down, and Dearden having to come out to make a very good save from James Hunt. Well, the Torquay defenders looking at the linesman then. They felt the flag should have gone up as James Hunt was played through. And it took a very, very good save from Kevin Dearden to prevent Oxford from taking an early lead. This is Kevin Amankwa. Now Russell looking to get the early ball in towards Clist on the far side. Good save from Andy Woodman. Almost a dream start for the new signing. Good ball to the far post for Simon Clist to run onto. Got it on target, and Andy Woodman, former Exeter goalkeeper, of course, making a very good save. Robinson with the clearance. Hazel up against Scott, who somehow manages to shield the ball between his legs. Fowler finding David Graham. He's found a little bit of space, managed to turn. He thought about the shot just for a moment then. Now finds Beddoe instead. He's found a bit of space. And curling the shot just wide. Torquay working hard just to create gaps in what is a fairly tight penalty area. Oxford packing men back behind the ball. Shot screwed wide though. Scott playing it through the middle for Basham. Now, was he caught then by Cannaville? I think he was. And the referee was given a free kick on the edge of the area, and he wants to have words with Lee Cannaville as well. Now, what will the decision be here? Well, I don't really think that Basham was clear on goal then. I think there were 2 other defenders around him. It's a yellow card for Lee Cannaville. Referee just wanting the wall back a fraction further. Now, Basham and Savage stood over the ball. Bound and Ford are poised. It's going to be Ford to hit it. Right through the wall, Dearden making one save, and then somehow getting up to deny Andy Scott. Well, that should have been the opening goal. And you've got to give all the credit to Kevin Dearden for ensuring that it wasn't. Great save in the first place from Ford's free kick, and then recovering brilliantly to deny Andy Scott. Break on here for Oxford. Also got back to make the challenge. Now Amankwa is penalised. Ford will take the free kick. Manquith not quite getting it away, and can't keep out the header from Andy Scott. And Oxford have the lead. Well, Ford's free kick causing a few problems in that Torquay defence. It didn't get it away. It fell for Andy Scott. Despite a desperate effort from Kevin Dearden, he couldn't keep the ball out of the top corner. Manquith made wide for Ruben Hazel. And Manquith's gone for the return ball. Chance to get the cross in from the byline this time. And the referee, what has he given here? I think he's given a penalty. Well, the referee deciding that Simon Clist, I think, was being held. Well then, Alex Russell from the penalty spot, and he tucks it away so well. He is deadly from the spot. His 8th goal of the season, Alex Russell. Woosley with the throw. Now Russell. Cross in towards Kufor on the far side. He's the smallest player on the pitch against some very big defenders. This is Russell. Back for Woosley. Chance for him to get the cross in. Kevin Wills has only just come on. And has he got the goal? He has! Kevin Wills, the substitute. Puts Torquay in front. That's his first goal since joining Torquay from Plymouth Argyle, and what an important one it could turn out to be. Ford taking it short, and curling it in under the bar again. Dearden was struggling, and the goal has been given. Well, it seemed to come off the fists of Kevin Dearden. He seemed to be struggling. Jefferson Lewis was in there. I think possibly that might go down against Kevin Dearden. Torquay snatched something at the death here. Written